welcome. My name is Aaron, and today I've got a Fort Plunder build for you guys. However, it's not in the ship that you would actually think it would be. So let's have a look. As you can see, we're gonna click change ship real quick, and we are gonna look at, when I find it, the Paddy-Wakang. So as you can see, detonate. Explosive hits have a 70% chance of triggering an explosion, which deals blah 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 blah. It's not the one I'm talking about. Look under that, it says increases damage to structures by 50% and weapon damage radius by 12%. Now, this is the best, I'd say, fort damage ship. However, the survivability just isn't there, especially for someone who, I don't know, solos forts. The Paddy-Wakang, you might struggle with surviving, so we have gone with the snow for this build. Now let's talk about the weapons. Also guys, these builds do take a while. I have done a lot of testing, so I'd appreciate a like down below. If you enjoy this video, if the video helps you out, that would be great. And also subscribe if you're new and you want to make your way back to the channel. So anyway, we're going to look at the managed ship here. We're going to look at the weapons. So, as you can see, we are barely 12. Very, very barely. But we've got the twin winch on the front. Why have we got the twin winch? Because that is going to activate the major furniture, and I will get into that. Now, so we got the twin winch on the front. It's got a decent amount of gear score, I guess you can call it. It's 130. Helps us get to that rank 12. If you are not rank 12, then you are giving up some damage. So make sure you get your ship to rank 12. The next weapons, which are on the sides, are going to be Mons Meg. Why have we gone with Mons Meg? Because it increases the damage to structures by 50%. And then everything else doesn't really matter. We just want that damage to structures. We've gone for the exact same on the other side because of the damage to structures again. And then on the back, we have gone Mons Meg. However, I kind of want these because I want some form of damage. Because what I noticed when testing this build, the ships take a little bit longer. So you want some form of DPS for the ships. I'm going to go with the Dardanelles. However, you could go with the Carronades, you could go with the Demi-Cannons, Sherlock Long 9s, whatever you want to do. I'm just going with the Dardanelles because, you know, they hit pretty hard. And we are going to go with the Auxiliary, which is going to be the Termites 3. Why? Increases damage to structures by 50%. And these, if you can get them on target, they're not the easiest thing to aim still. I wish they'd, you know, make them somewhat easier, maybe a bird's eye view or something like that. But yeah, they're not the easiest to aim, but when you get it, it does a mega amount of damage. Which also, guys, there will be some clips at the end of this video so you can see the damage that this thing does to forts, that this build does to forts. Now, bear in mind that I haven't soloed Mega Fort Houston and I haven't soloed the Fort Premi. Why? Because people are claiming they've soloed them when they don't actually touch the fort. In my opinion, even though you get the achievement and the resources, that's not completing a Fort Plunder, and I hope Ubisoft change it. For a Fort Plunder, in my mind, to activate, you have to take down that fort. If you're just hiding from the fort, you ain't completing a Fort Plunder. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people might not agree with that. That's just my opinion on it. So, if you're hiding from the fort, you're not completing the Fort Plunder. But I guess people need the materials to make silver, so by all means, go for it. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying in my mind it's not completing a Fort Plunder, even though I have done it to get some materials. But I don't go around saying that I've soloed Mega Fort Houston or Fort Premi or whatever. We've got Black Prince armor. Again, you could go with the Ouroboros. Make sure you are bracing the attacks that the forts are going to be hitting you with. The Ouroboros will heal you back up. But we are running Black Prince because it's got 420 of the gear score. And again, we needed to get to level 12. Furniture, here we go. So we got the major furniture. Hitting a target more than 320 meters away applies the marked status. Now, you will see a symbol pop up when you hit from longer than this 320 meters, and that symbol is the mark status. You don't have to stay at range. Once the fort has that mark status, or the fort tower, or whatever part of the fort you're hitting, you can basically go up to it and go bombard it, and yeah, you'll get 100% more damage. But make sure you're hitting the weak points, which are the red glowy things at the top of the fort. If you can't reach the weak points, then sail around a little bit. You'll get it. But anyway, the twin winch is amazing for triggering this major furniture, which is why we got the twin winch on. And also the twin winch does a really healthy amount of damage to the weak points, and you can stay as far away from the fort as possible because the twin winch has more range on it than any of the other ballistas. So this one is a no-brainer, and we're going to go with number 2 here. We've got increases max hull strength, max hull health, sorry, and what that's going to do is basically just add 5% more health to your snow. The more health, the better when it comes to taking down forts. You want all that survivability, which is why we've gone with the snow and not with the Padiwakang. But if you're in a group, I'd say go with the Padiwakang. The next one, we've got increases damage from auxiliary weapons. I want them rockets to do as much damage as possible. When you get the rockets hitting the weak points, they can hit 5k per with the mark status, sometimes 6k, but 5k per times 30 shots is about 150k damage, which is absolutely nuts, especially for some of the bigger forts like Granby. And then we've got the Vet of Volatiles, which is increases damage to structures by 15%. It's another no-brainer. Don't forget, we only have 4 slots on this ship, so if you can, maybe use the build on the bark. I have tried it on the bark. I just felt a lot more comfortable on the snow, you know, with the amount of bracing and everything. And then obviously the food, we have bitter balling. But that is basically this entire build for the Fort Plunders. I am going to leave some clips at the end so you can see what this build can do, but let me know your thoughts. Is this a build that you are currently using? I'm not saying that I've come up with this build, I'm just saying that I've tested this build, and I've tested a load of different weapons for this build. This seems to work the best. Obviously we did switch the Dardanelles. Get off my screen. We did switch the Dardanelles for the Mons, so we're running Dardanelles for some more DPS when it comes to the ships, because the ships do go down a lot slower. However, this is just a Fort Plunder build. It's for the fort. If you want a hybrid, go check my Fort Plunder and Boss Killer build, because that is basically what you can use on a fort, plus taking out the ships with ease as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hope you stick around to see some of the clips. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.